Hello Libra, welcome to Mystic High Priestess Tarot. This is a weekly reading for the sign of Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Cross watchers, you are welcome. This is set for the week of August 15th to the 21st. Keep in mind though, time is fluid. If you come across this at a later point in time, that is when you were meant to see it. Not everything will resonate with you. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Oh, yes, Libra. Okay, I'm going to share some insights with you. Before I actually do your readings, I do pre-shuffle the cards, I meditate, I clear the space. And so there have been some messages that came up already. Before I get into those, I do want to warn you of scammers. So there's a ton of scammers out there trying to imitate tarot readers. Do not fall for that. I will never reach out to you. The only platform I'm on is YouTube, so I'm not on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, WhatsApp, none of that stuff. And I will never reach out to you for a reading. If you do want a personal reading, the information is in the description box below. And you can contact me and we will go from there. Okay, so before I lay the cards, I do want to let you know your pre-energy is that you're walking away from something very painful. I really felt an abusive energy. So you could have been involved with a narcissist, not necessarily though. It could have been an alcoholic, somebody with a bad drug addiction, gambling, somebody that was being dominant and controlling over you. Now keep in mind the shoe can always be on the other foot. Also do not be confused by the gender of the cards. We all have masculine and feminine energy in us. It's what's being the dominant energy in you at that point in time in regards to the topic at hand. Also, I'm probably definitely going to refer this to love because I did get a lot of soulmate energy. So it did feel like, Libra, you might be walking away from a situation or getting over a past situation and finally trusting in love again. So we'll see what comes up with that. Now, if your love life is just fine and you're more concerned about your career or finance, you can always relate what's happening in the love spectrum towards your job or something like that. And I will try to clarify some of those things as we go. Also keep in mind that love isn't necessarily a romantic, passionate thing. It can be a love relationship between your family or friends. Oh, yes. Okay. Let's get this going because I am getting a ton of messages for you already. Now, your past energy, 9 of Swords, 8 of Swords, it's very good. 7 of Swords, that is awesome energy and very seldom happens like that, but that is really good. Current energy is High Priestess, 5 of Wands, the Star, very good. And future energy is the Sun, the Moon, wow, Libra, and the 5 of Swords. Overall energy, Justice, beautiful. Oh, you couldn't ask for anything better. Now I know if you know anything about tarot, that some of these cards might seem not the best, but we're going to go through it here and clarify. With reading tarot, one, there's a lot of spiritual guidance that comes through, so you have to listen to your guides and spirit as well. Sometimes the cards don't actually mean what you think they mean, so if you're learning out of a book or something like that, that's not actually a proper way to learn tarot. Tarot is read from an intuitive standpoint. A lot of times it can also depend on the deck of cards you're using, certain messages that you're going to get, so you want to get familiar with each of your decks and build a relationship with each one of those decks and what your spirit guides are telling you. A lot of times it can be the set of cards that comes out, the messages change. So as much as I would like to say there's a certain message in a book on what each card means, that is extremely general. You really want to work with your tarot a lot and your spirit guides and build that connection before you're going to get true messages that come through that aren't extremely generic. In this case, we are doing a general reading, so as a collective, there's a lot of different things that you're all going through. Personal readings are the best if you have a real specific issue, but I can give you a generalization. of some different issues that are going on. What we're seeing here in the past is you went from a lot of anxiety, feeling trapped, to being completely swindled or taken advantage of. So there has been somebody in your life that really did a number on you, whether it was, a domestic abuse situation, an addict, somebody who conned you, schemed you, made you believe they loved you, but didn't, or got you, you got into a career that you thought was going to be great. It's kind of like it has the resemblance of you thought this was going to be a fabulous career, and it was a pyramid scheme, and you ended up being a scapegoat in this or something. So there was a lot of pain and conflict that came from that. Know this, your overall energy is justice. Here, and we're going to clarify all of these cards as well, but it doesn't want to come up. Justice is being pretty firm here. So, that tells me there is some truth and justice that is coming out of this. Eight of Swords can also be somebody going to jail. So somebody may have gone to jail for something that they did against you, or keep in mind, she could always be on the other foot, Libra. This could be you. I always hope it's not, but it definitely could be. And know that justice is coming. So in your current energy, you have the High Priestess, the Five of Wands, and the Star. So the Star is a wish come true. The High Priestess is, God talking to you, the Holy Spirit working through you, and you know that you're on the right path here and that justice does have to be served. This could be something even where oftentimes you get these relationships where you love the person so much you don't want to turn them in, or you don't want people to think badly of them. So you often see these, oh no, it was an accident, I hurt myself, taking the blame for somebody else. Justice is going to prevail, and you have to do the right thing. With the Five of Wands, there's going to be a lot of people that don't believe you. A lot of people that are going to be up in arms against you on this, but inside that this is the right thing to do, and it's going to fulfill a complete wish for you. You're going to be rewarded from the universe for doing that. And what we see in the future is the sun, the moon, and the Five of Swords. Now, the beauty of the sun and the moon being side by side is they're polar opposites, right? The moon can't shine without the reflection from the sun. So really, they do work hand in hand, which tells me the universe in itself is shining a light on some truth that's been hidden. And as you see, all she's got there is a little candle in her hand. And here's all of these animals that are trusting in her and her light to guide them. So the truth is coming out, and people will respond kindly to you, even though it seems things seem dim, because you have this beautiful sun illuminating that moon. So the truth is going to shine brighter than the secret that's being exposed. And the Five of Swords is more of a strategy card. So, what we're seeing here is there is a battle, and you are taking this, she has, the one sword ready to fight, and the other two she's holding onto. So it's like you have something in your back pocket that hasn't even been released yet that you're holding on to just in case it's needed. So a very strategic way of bringing justice out in things. So let's clarify the Justice card, this overall energy. In Libra, you are the sign of justice. So this also means that you're in your own power. You have great power over this situation that was very wounding. Ten of Pentacles and Seven of Wands. Beautiful, yes. So justice could be over your home, your security, your stability, your family. You're being protective at this time, which is exactly what you're supposed to do, because the advice card in your overall energy is the Seven of Wands. Passionately defend. So if people are coming at you, are up in arms and maybe saying, well, you're a liar, you can't believe what she says, and you feel like it is going to affect your home, don't. Justice will be served. You will still be grounded and stable. You're not going to let anybody take anything from you, and just keep being defensive and protect yourself. You know the truth, Libra. You are justice. So sooner or later, you're going to come forward with the truth and you're going to serve justice. Now, this doesn't necessarily even just have to be in your life. This could be you coming forward to defend or help somebody else, where you know the truth of a matter and justice has not been served, that you see an injustice and you're actually standing up for somebody else and fighting for them. So here we have the King of Swords and the Emperor. Wow, this is a big deal, Libra. Something that was really stressing you out, causing great anxiety, but you had to take because you took the King of Swords energy, I should say, and you made a judgment call and you used your logic, and you are the King of Swords, Libra. You're that balance of logic that can make ground good decisions and make a good judgment call. And the advice on that was to be the Emperor. Take control, not just as a king in his throne, but over the whole dynamic. So it's almost like you're the centerpiece here in something that can no longer be controlled, or you can't be blackmailed or abused in a situation anymore. And you took the throne. You said, that's it. You know, I'm making a judgment call on this. This isn't right. I'm not going to take this anymore. And I'm taking it to a higher court. The Emperor is the Supreme Court of all things. So, you're going to go all the way. With the Eight of Swords, the Hermit, and the Tower. You're really bringing something forward. So the Eight of Swords is an entrapment jail, feeling confined and conflicted, even though it doesn't have to be that way. And it's because you've gone inside, you've really evaluated the situation, and you're looking at the light at the end of the tunnel, a lot like the candle and the moon card that we see coming up in the future. And you're using your wisdom and experience to say, it doesn't have to be this way. I don't have to feel trapped in this situation. I can be released. And the advice was the Tower card, letting everything fall apart. So in this overall energy, this 10 of Pentacles that you're concerned about, keep in mind, even if that falls apart with the Tower, it's a good thing. So you're tearing something down. This could be an organization that you've been working with that you know the truth about something and you're exposing it, and the whole thing is blowing up and falling apart, and people are going to have to start taking the fall for the things that they did, because you're using your inner wisdom and following the truth. And any good Libra knows that is just part of your natural instinct. You can't, most Libras have a very hard time with their conscience if they don't follow the truth, or they just become demons, because they are to stand for truth and justice. And that is a conflict within a Libra in general. Seven of Swords with the Seven of Swords. Wow, yeah, somebody did something really awful here. So, gosh, Libra, I hope this wasn't you, because wow, this person is in for a world of hurt. Big time. Big world of hurt. Because this is the past energy. So whatever is being exposed here was a thief, somebody who was taking and taking and taking and taking so bad that is, the thief is clarified by the thief. So this was a big scam, a big, it was just meant to hurt. So if this has something to do with abuse, the abuse was meant to hurt somebody. It was like intentional. So this would be like somebody who's so angry about something, they go for vengeance. And they've planned this strategy and they just attack and attack and attack, and they won't stop attacking till this person's dead. Okay? This is the type of thief that just is such a good con artist. They keep getting away with it. And they just keep swooning people. And finally, Libra, I think you or the other person against you has put their foot down and said, this is enough, because the advice on that was judgment. Stripping everything down, wiping it clean, taking it to the heavens, letting Archangel Gabriel blow the horn and say, okay, God's calling judgment on this. God is going to, take over in this situation. And regardless if it is something, even though you don't whistleblow, in all honesty, Libra, if you're involved in something like this, I'd get out of it real fast, because This is something that is bound to happen, whether you do it or God does it. It is coming to the surface. There is no way to hide it anymore. A lot of times the universe will let something go for a long period of time in prayer that you or the other person will change, will develop that conscious and do the right thing. And they will learn from it and they will change. And then there can be forgiveness, or, there's always consequences, but the consequences don't have to be so severe. In this situation, it is going to be severe. God is like, it's like God's fed up. Like, enough is enough. And that's it. I'm going to strip you of everything. So Libra, if you're involved in a situation like this, that's where your overall energy is. Protect yourself so you don't get stripped down under this judgment. And this is a warning sign to come forward with the truth. Now, time's run out. Time has run out because this is the past energy coming into the current. Time has run out. So if there's something that you need to confess or take to the police, definitely do it. This could be maybe you knowing something about somebody else's domestic abuse or a child being abused or something in reflection to that. You need to come forward. You need to do the right thing. Oh yeah. Spirit is on going, absolutely. Spirit's actually filling me with a feeling of like they can't wait to go to war. Like Spirit is like, the angels are like, yes, the war is on. We have waited for this moment. No, they want to cause hurt and pain. But when there's bad things going on, that's what their job is. Angels don't necessarily have the emotions we have. They don't get there. They can be empathetic. They understand. They have more of an understanding than they do an emotional imbalance. They have complete balance over their emotions. That's the way they were made. And there was a whole purpose for that, so they can do their jobs very well. High Priestess, we have the Ace of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune. Yes. So you know what to do. You're hearing the messages from the Holy Spirit. You hear the angels. You know the truth. You're doing the right thing. And if you do this, if you follow your intuition and the inner knowing, you're going to get a brand new start. So even if you're trying to protect this Ten of Pentacles, so maybe you were involved in a scheme, Libra, that caused you to gain all of this, okay, financially or materialistically, something like that. If 10 Pentacles goes away, that's okay, because you start over with the Ace of Pentacles, which is a brand new gift, a brand new start, something that's still going to lead to something really fabulous. So you're trying, the energy is to protect what you have so you can have this Ace of Pentacles, but you have to follow your intuition. You have to do the right thing in order to get this Ace of Pentacles. And then what's the advice? The Wheel of Fortune can move forward. The Wheel of Fortune can move in your favor. If you do not, the Wheel of Fortune is going to move backwards. This is the universe saying either you listen and you do what you're being told to do by the divine, or this Wheel of Fortune is going to move backwards and you will pay the price. You are it's not even a Two of Swords. It's not you get to make the decision. The decision's been made for you, Libra. Or again, shoe on the other foot, the person that you're dealing with that did you wrong or hurt you or was involved in stealing or scamming from you. Their time has come, and God has stepped in and said, this will no longer be. I will not let this abuse go on any longer. Oh my gosh. And you might want to look at the Virgo reading. You may be working with a Virgo in your current energy, or you can be a cusper into the Virgo because they got a lot of new starts as well, a little bit more than you, but maybe you're the one who's going to help a Virgo in some type of situation out of a narcissistic or karmic relationship. So on the Five of Wands, this bickering, quarreling, and fighting is all because of a new passionate beginning. So Libra, maybe you stepped out and decided to create your own thing, which is against the group, okay? And the group is all up in arms going, you can't do this. Or you're a liar and you're standing there with the passionate, you are very passionate about what you're saying and what you believe in and the direction that you're going. And you're going to hold that wand. Now, if this is love, just purely going to a loving relationship that somebody really did you wrong, really tore your world apart, really played a tough game with your heart. There's something fresh and new that's very passionate coming your way. And the advice is be the Queen of Cups. Don't let all of this negativity imbalance you. Now, that's not the King of Cups, where there's complete emotional control over the situation. The Queen of Cups almost is there. She's in her throne, but she still has love to give to the situation, like you're trying to say. You know, they're saying be compassionate yet to the situation, but don't overgive. Don't shut off all your emotions. Love and care, but don't, be the queen. Still be stable and know when enough is enough for an emotional investment. And then you build your way into that King of Cups, where things don't hurt as much. For the Star, wow, and Temperance, this is beautiful for your current energy, Libra. So Libra, I think you're doing the right thing. If this is something that is in the justice system or headed towards the justice system, you are going to come out great, because the universe is saying, based on this judgment, this washing everything clean of the Seven of Swords, you're going to get a wish come true out of this. And it is going to make you very happy, like a brand new baby, washed clean of everything, fresh. If it's something that you're involved in and you're afraid that, everybody is saying, oh, but you're going to go down too, you're going to do jail time, blah, 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 blah. If you, say anything, mark my words, you won't. You're going to get a brand new fresh start because you exposed something. And the advice is Temperance. Be patient. The angels are there. They're measuring the cups. They're, going to cleanse this whole situation, ground it, and give you something to smile about. So in this, just so you are aware, I'm getting a lot of, I'll come back to that, Spirit. And thank you. I've got a couple messages that they're throwing at me. The first one is, if you have an Aquarius in your life, either you did this to an Aquarius or an Aquarius might have done this to you. This is definitely pertinent to you. There's a lot of Aquarius energy. Now, Aquarius and Libra are both air signs, so that's a headbutting right there. That would definitely cause a war with one air sign feeling stronger than the other. Again, going back to the Virgo, you've got the Hermit here in the past as well. So you could feel completely betrayed by a Virgo, because a Virgo is actually releasing a karmic relationship, and you may be the karmic, or you are the new one coming into their life. So for those two, if you're dealing with a Virgo or an Aquarius, definitely has some reflection on you. So now notice the sun that is part of your current energy is carrying into the future. So this again is something that's going to make you very, very happy. So you're releasing yourself like from a prison of pain. Yes. Okay. You're supposed to put somebody in jail, Libra. Plain and simple. This future energy does come out generally 2 to 4 weeks later. So this happiness is based on your total emotional fulfillment, happy family, releasing yourself from the pain of this thing. So it looks like you've moved on with your life, Libra. However, in order to fully do that, you need all of this washed away so it doesn't keep haunting you, so to speak. And in order to do that, you have to put somebody in jail or prison. You don't want to. This is something that you fear they're going to get off on. They're going to get released. And then there's going to be retribution. That's where this protective energy is coming from. But note this, the advice is to have that person in prison. And what do we have at the bottom of the deck is the devil. So yeah, it's like you're caging the devil. So this person or this group or this thing is all demon energy. There's no good coming out of it. And you may have thought there was good in the beginning and you were involved in this. And now you coming forth and owning your truth is definitely going to clear your karma, your energy, make you happy, give you this emotional, fulfillment and this release from all of this, because suddenly you've realized none of this was good and you feel really bad. Wow, look at all the aces you have. So yeah, this is really nice. So the secret is that there is a new love, something that's coming forward to completely fulfill you. Now, you're not going to expose this right away. You're going to definitely keep this a secret because you don't want this gang activity or this group activity to affect this new love that's coming into your life. And I think this is being handed to you, and even God is saying, "Shh, be quiet. I'm going to give you this." But just don't let everybody else know, because you've got to be defensive. They may come in and swindle it away from you. It's like, this group so well that they'll come and they'll set this up to have this removed from you. That's just how evil this group of people is that you've been involved with. Not good. And the Knight of Swords, it's going to come in quick. It's going to come in fast. This love, it's going to go right from the Ace of Cups, to Ten of Cups here that you have in the same row in your future. It's that meant to be. Watch the Virgo reading. If you're involved with a Virgo, you could be this Virgo soulmate that just comes out of nowhere into their life. So I feel that energy very, very strongly. And it's like you're putting the Aquarius in jail. So I feel the Aquarius energy is the bad energy, and the Virgo energy is the energy that's helping you realize the truth. Or the Aquarius, oh, yes. Yes. Watch the Virgo reading if you're involved with the Virgo, even if you're not involved with the Virgo. Because I'm telling you this, but the Virgo reading, it's coming out of nowhere. They may not even have met this person. You may not have met the Virgo yet. So you may want to watch that to kind of see what's coming. That could be coming your way, Libra. And it's all because you did the right thing. In this case, the right thing is painful. It's mentally stressful. It's hard for you to do. You didn't want to have to do this. But in your gut, you have to. You have to, because there's horrible things that are happening and they're just going to get worse. And you're the one who can release and free all of that from the universe so that more people don't get hurt, because this will be never ending. The Five of Swords, your strategy is to move this Ace of Cups into a Two of Cups energy. So you got the Ace of Cups, the Two of Cups, the Ten of Cups. I mean, this is a glowing, beautiful relationship, but it is going to come with a heavy burden. So take what the universe is saying is take on the burden. Okay, take it on. Don't let that burden cause fear in you. Take it on, allow it, because it is going to be something you've never experienced in your life. And for some of you, if it's not new love, this love has already come into your life, and this love is what's making your conscience hurt and your heart hurt, knowing, oh, I was involved in something really bad in my past, and it keeps surfacing. And you need to release that. And, you need to go to the police. You need to go to authorities and let them know the truth. You need to be the whistleblower in some type of situation. Do that. God is behind you every step of the way. They will not be able to hurt you. Everything they do to come at you will be, sent back to them. The angels are around you. They are going to protect you. They're saying, have truth, faith, and patience. And we will take care of this for you. Once you take the initial step, though, God's waiting to see what you're going to do. Are you going to actually help? It feels like it's something that could help a lot of people in the future, because whatever this group is doing, it's not good. They're bringing more and more bad into the world. They're breeding it. And you hold the love to save many people in the future from pain and agony and death and defeat and despair. And you're kind of the queen or king already of that. So do what's right in your throne. Clock, need time, takes time. So this is going to take some time to clear up. But again, you're keeping things quiet in the love arena. You're not giving them ammunition. Your strategy is, grow this love, but not expose it to these people that can use it against you, or try to interfere in it. Seduction, attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up. Yeah. So this is something you might really want to check out the Virgo reading that is very seducing. And it also could be the temptation of whatever happened back here, you were seduced into it. And now you're freeing yourself, which is taking time and patience in order to do. Okay, I get it. Here we go. Not enough, frustrated in a relationship, lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear, ego issues, and jealousy. So there's a lot of that going on. You realized with this group of people that there was not enough. You can't commit yourself to that group of people. You want to come out here and have this happiness and this love and this emotional fulfillment and satisfaction that you're not getting from that. And I truly believe that was all promised to you at some point in time with this group. This is huge cult activity, cult or gang activity, but it doesn't feel like it's like what you see as like street gangs. This is almost like internet stuff, like you're part of an internet group that purposely does bad things to people. So, for example, somebody can feel scorned and want vengeance against a lover. So they join this internet group that the whole group's purpose is to hurt this person, even though they only know one side of the story. They're trusting that what this person is saying is true. They may have recordings or whatever of this person that they fed to this group of people, but that's not every word they've ever said. Or these people only know one side of the story. They don't know what happened 10 years before, or something like that. So they don't have the full picture. And they're like being vigilante and attacking or hurting other people and destroying their lives based on their judgment calls. Well, God's stepping in and God's saying, no. You don't get to make the judgment because you don't know the whole story. You haven't seen this picture from conception. You are going off of one person's anger and they want vengeance. And sometimes people just want vengeance to release themselves from a situation. So they're purposely trying to hurt this person so that they look like the good guy, and all these people are against this other person, and all that they really wanted to do was get out of the relationship, but they had to look like the good guy. So they had to get everybody against this person, and it's just evil. It's pure evil. So this is almost like a vigilante group that is only looking at one side of the story. So they're not really vigilantes. They're actually putting more evil into the world by condoning this anger to be built, and then a whole group of people feel angry about somebody they don't even know. And they're misjudging because they have no idea where, this relationship went bad. They're making a judgment call because they think that they're that great or they're that smart, but they're actually really stupid. I hate to say it, but they are. They're playing God, and they're not God. And I feel, Libra, you or somebody you love was involved in something like this, or is involved in something like this, and you want to free yourself, or you want to free them. In order to do that, you need to expose this. This has to be exposed for what it is, and you're realizing, if you were part of it, that it was very seducing and it seemed great. You thought you were doing something good, but time has told you that it's not, and you're not getting enough satisfaction out of it. So you're going for something much more beautiful, and because you are doing that, the sun is shining. You're putting, your advice is to put them in jail, lock them down, restrict them so they can't keep doing what they're doing. Those kinds of things. It's going to be a heavy burden, but God has got great love for you, just sitting there waiting. But God's waiting for you to do the right thing, and you're on the precipice of doing that right now, because I think you're fed up, and I think there's a part of you that they have even caused fear in you. If you say anything, if you do anything, if you expose us, we're going to destroy your life. And you've seen them destroy lives. You've helped them destroy lives. Granted, shoe on the other foot, or somebody very close to you. And you're like, oh, I know what they can do to me. And you're very fearful of this, but you're going to stand up for justice. You're going to do the right thing, Libra. So if you resonate with any of this, let me know, in the comments. Also like and subscribe so that somebody who may need to hear or see this reading actually, it gets to them. That would be terrific. I appreciate that. If somebody you know is going through this, share the video with them. That would be wonderful as well. Everything's going to turn out great, Libra. You stay strong to your morals and convictions. Just because you may have been part of something like this doesn't mean you have to stay. Don't let them be bullies. Don't let them, believe in faith and God. And He's right there, ready to help you out. Maybe this is why you were put on earth. Maybe this is a huge part of your purpose. And you were supposed to be involved in this, so don't blame yourself so much. You may have been misled, thinking you were doing something really great that ended up being one of the most evil things that somebody can do, and you maybe got involved with a group of narcissists and you had no idea. So that's not necessarily your fault. If you do the right thing now, Libra, you can free yourself and cleanse yourself from all of this bad, and you will look like the hero. So be the hero, Libra. All right, on that note, till next time, love you. Bye.